Sonic Forces, the game that was supposed to be the return of the king, the formula that we all know and love, the boost. So what went wrong? Hi, I'm Hazel, your typical Sonic tuber with a slice from everything. I talk about anything Sonic related, plus some other franchises that piques my interest. So if you like my content, consider subscribing. A 3D version of my OC is gonna pop into your room with Miguel O'Hara Light Muti. So have fun! Now on to the video! Let's start from the beginning, way back to the start of the Meta era with Sonic Colors and Generations, which received some really good reviews for having great gameplay, fun platforming ideas, and writing which was, let's not talk about it, shall we?
Baldy nose hair! That's the best thing I've heard all day!
For me, those two games, especially Generations, used the boost formula and improved it from what it was in Unleashed, making Car Sonic fun to play with and having a great replayability. I literally replayed Crisis City from Generations for more than 600 times, oh god! But getting back to after Generations in 2013 with Sonic Lost World, a game that took the boost formula and threw it outside like it was never there, trying to make Super Mario Galaxy, but hey look! The blue rodent in it. The game wasn't received well, getting only 63 out of 100 on Metacritic, plus it didn't sell well, being a Wii U exclusive, aka one of the worst selling Nintendo consoles of all time, and getting ported to the PC in 2015.
It was just a regular day, foiling another one of Dr. Eggman's evil plans. Uh-oh. The next thing I know, we're on the steps of some really old and smelly tomb.
After that, Sega decided to reboot the franchise with Sonic Boom with a more comedic tone, starting with the TV show released on November 8, 2014, followed by Rise of Lyrics, another Wii U exclusive developed by Big Red Button that was met with some really bad reviews, getting freaking 32 out of 100, oh god. Yeah, the game was a disaster, having a terrible gameplay, boring world and countless glitches due to Sega rushing the game's release date to be on par with the TV show, but of course, the game didn't sell well, selling only 490,000 copies, aka the worst selling Sonic game of all time. And it was followed by two sequels, Shattered Crystals and Fire and Ice for the 3DS in 2014 and 2016, developed by Sanzaro Games, but let those for another video, shall we? After all that, Sonic fans were hungry and desperate to know what direction Sonic is gonna take next, and so they were after announcing Sonic's 25th anniversary event on July 22nd, 2016, which was, very official. But hey look, we got two game announcements from it. Sonic Mania, the new take on the classic formula with beautiful art style and great level design, which became later one of the most critically acclaimed Sonic games to ever release. But most fans were excited for what Sonic Team were cooking all this time, cause yeah, the Boom brand wasn't made by Sonic Team, and so is Mania, which was made by Christian Whitehead, Headcanon, and Pagoda West Games. And it was announced, Project Sonic 2017. This trailer got a lot of people excited because it starts with, from the team who brought you Sonic Colors and Sonic Generations. Are they coming back to what made Sonic fun to play with? Is this game gonna be the next gen take on the boost formula, improving it and adding new fun elements with a SA2 kind of So after an entire year, here comes Sonic Forces to release on the PS4 and Xbox One on November 6th, with some very mixed reviews to say the least. I wanted to play this game a long time now, even after hearing all the ranting over a lot of aspects about the game, and so I did 2 months ago, and after 100% in Sonic Forces, I can say that it's not actually that bad. Let's start with the positive stuff first. Okay, let's start out simple, shall we? Look at the UI, man, this looks so good. I mean, the use of the grey, red and white really fits the war theme the game's trying to focus on, being most likely inspired by the Russian constructivist artwork from the 1900s, and it looks perfect for the game, especially with the glitchy aesthetic and harsh shadows. It's simple, but it definitely looks awesome, and let's be real, it's one of the best UI in the series. The world map also looks great with the dotted shading, which reminds me of the comic style which is also present in the Spider-Verse movies, and to be honest, it kinda reminds me of the more stylized art style found in the Riders games, and I'll definitely want to see more of that for Sonic moving forward. Everything's looking good so far, the graphics are actually pretty good. They were really cooking with the visuals in this game, even with all the reused assets and stuff. Take a look at frozen chemical plants, Sunset Heights, Mystic Jungle, freaking Eggman Fortress. You can't tell that they really took time with the art direction for the game, it really paid off. completely ignores the fact that green hills exist, but yeah, and especially with the 60 FPS, the game is pleasing to look at. But yeah, the graphics aren't the main issue the game had, to be honest. This is the part where it gets a little bit controversial. I kinda like the story of Sonic Forces. Sure, it was screwed up by the quote-unquote meta-era bull, but the actual concept here is really cool. Like, imagine Dr. Eggman has conquered 99% of Sonic World. Everyone is hopeless as Sonic is Eggman prisoner and everybody believes that he's gone. And only you, the Avatar, is able to help and destroy Dr. Eggman's evil plans. With the help of the Resistance containing the characters we know and love, Silver, Amy, Team Chaotix, and the leader, Knuckles. All against old and powerful enemies like Chaos, Metal Sonic, Daddy Issues Bowser, and Shadow, and of course, Infinite, the new bad guy using the powerful Phantom Ruby from Sonic Mania. His backstory is that he was working with Eggman, got his butt kicked by Shadow, and had a mental breakdown over being called weak.
He's calling me weak. No, I am not weak. I'm not. I'm not weak. I am not weak.
Yeah, actually it amazes me how cool the concept here is. Like, I can imagine 10 years old me getting excited to see my favorite characters fighting against all this stuff. Oh yeah, Classic Sonic is here too, even though nobody asked for him, but meh, I just wish they justified his presence better. I mean, Classic Sonic is Sonic from the past, but here Tails says,
"Oh, you're that Sonic from another dimension, aren't you?" Right, that makes sense.
No it doesn't. Wait, so it turns out Classic Sonic from Mania is actually not the same Sonic from Generations, and the Phantom Ruby got him here. That's actually stupid. Who cooked this stuff? Anyways, the concept here is really cool, but what pains me to see actually is the writing. I mean, no offense here, but some writing choices are actually so freaking stupid. Like, what have they done to my boy Tails? They made you into whatever this is.
Sonic, help me!
And despite the thing with Classic Sonic, even the way he left was stupid. Like, bro was really forced into the game, and once it ended he was like, oh, okay, I'm done, bye. And the fact that Sonic was quote-unquote tortured for months, and here he is as fine as you can imagine, just your normal bored hedgehog in a prison. And Tails, Silver said he lost it. Like, dude, he lost his mind, but here he is, your normal two-tailed fix-it Felix Fox, fixing Omega in the city. And it's just, the story tries to be serious and all, but I can't just see it. And you are telling me that the Phantom Ruby can make clones identical to the original and with the same strength as the OG? Oh, okay, cool. So what the heck happened in the climax against Infinite's army of clones? They're so damn weak. Like, each character wipes a lot of them with one hit. Like, dude, what happened here? It's just so lame, to be honest. The writers was just like, we need them to win, so let them win. Wait, actually, how? It gotta make sense. Just let them win. Let them win. Let them win. Ah! Look, if I want to finish ranting about how much I dislike the writing of this game, I'll never finish, but thank God Ian Flynn, aka the writer for the IDW comics, is actually the one writing for the next games, including Frontiers, which we'll be talking about in another time. Okay, I'll make this quick. I absolutely love the voice acting in this game. It's so impressive seeing the effort put into all the cutscenes and even the in-level dialogues. Roger Craig Smith is still being an awesome Sonic voice, and all the other characters were great too, even though I'm kinda not a fan of Rouge's voice, to be honest. I prefer the SA2 voice direction for her cause I just love Latinas, Sonic. But in general, they cooked with the voice acting in this game, even though the stupid writing issues doesn't help it truly shine, but it's there, I can see it, and it's pretty good. Even Infinite's voice actor delivered an amazing job at mixing between the edginess and cheesiness and is just mwah, perfect. But what made Sonic Forces as hated as it was wasn't that. I mean, it's a part of it, but the main issue here was the gameplay. Okay, let's make it easy. The gameplay in Sonic Forces is split between 3 playstyles, just like Sonic 06, except it doesn't make any sense. We have Sonic, the Avatar, and Classic Sonic. Let's start with Modern Sonic. It's actually not that bad. I mean, sure, the levels sometimes are just you boosting in a straight line, but to be honest, I had fun. There's a weird satisfying feeling in just boosting through the stage like a maniac, and there's some great levels to look out for, like Egggate with a lot of branching paths, fun 3D platforming, and then you have Metropolitan Highway with some beautiful visuals and some really fun shortcuts that feel so satisfying to take, and the use of the air boost which make the stage a really fun challenge. And there you have Mortar Canyon with an incredible feeling of just blasting through the stage with some great shortcuts and one of the most satisfying use of the air boost ever done in a Sonic game, to be honest. And in my opinion, I do wish the levels were actually longer. Some stages just end when you finally get excited for the main thing, and if a level reached 2 minutes, this means it's a really long stage. But anyways, it's pretty alright to say the least. It's not better than Generations or Unleashed, but I can see what the devs were going for, and they actually accomplished it. Alright, but Sonic aside, let's talk about the Avatar, the thing that makes Sonic Forces unique from other Sonic games. And to be honest, I have a really weird love-and-hate relationship with it, but it holds a place in my heart. First of all, the customization here is peak. You can say they took most of the time working on it and it really paid off. I found it incredibly fun just going through all the cosmetics and making my own OC, and hey, without it, Hazel wouldn't exist. It just started as a Forces avatar. I really love how much options and outfits are put there. You can choose the species, skin colors, the eyes, the hair shape, plus a lot, and I mean a lot of different outfits. And you can unlock more just by playing through the levels and doing missions. And I sent a tweet on Twitter, X, asking my followers to send me their Forces avatar, and there are some really neat ones. Jaden the rabbit, Monty the wolf, Jessica the whatever the heck is this. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can do here and a lot of customization options, and I'm happy to see it, to be honest. What about the gameplay though? The avatar controls similar to Sonic in a way, just without the boost, and with new mechanics like the grappling hook and the Wispin. A wisp weapon. Let's start simple like always. The grappling hook is a neat mechanic. Sure, I wish it was less automated and more of a grappling hook than a homing attack, but I appreciate it. But I'm sure it could have been done a lot better. Now the Wispins. Now this, they're cool, I guess. Don't get me wrong, I really like how they found a really good way to use the wisps, and I really enjoyed using them, but I still wish the first one wasn't that OP. I bet the majority of people played most, if not the entire game, with just the burst or the drill weapon. But anyways, let's talk about the Wispins. I'll start with my favorite one, which is the drill Wispin. It is really fun, the speedrunning opportunities it gives are just, oh god, easily the best one. Now burst is actually pretty cool for a first weapon. You can use it as a flamethrower to easily destroy enemies in front of you without losing speed. Or you can just use it to fly, and if timed right you can do some really good shortcuts, and it's kinda satisfying when done right. Lightning is a meh weapon, to be honest. It lets you use the light speed dash, and that's cool, I guess. Void is something. It lets you gain or destroy every ring or enemy in front of you, and that's cool for grinding rings and stuff, so yeah. Cube is, I don't know what to say. This ain't a Sonic game anymore, it's so slow, yeah, I don't like it very much. Hover and asteroids suck. They are really not that fun to use, and easily the worst weapons in the game. Okay, let the weapons out of the way and let's talk about the level design here. It's good, to be honest. Not the best thing ever, but it's really cool to see. Now what do we have left? Oh no, that's not gonna be good. Classic Sonic. Oh boy, should we really talk about it now? Let's get this thing over with, shall we? Oh, the classic. I sure hated his existence in the story, but his gameplay too, like how? Let's start with the physics. Why? You can't just make some of the best physics for classic Sonic in Mania and then do this. This is freaking flirting versus sexual harassment. Look at this. They also decided somehow to make it worse by changing the spin dash, which was done in Generations by pressing square. Now you gotta do it like the other classic Sonic games, and because of the controls it's almost impossible to use properly. But despite how much I hate the gameplay here, I gotta give it this. The addition of the drop dash is cool, and for me, it's even more satisfying sometimes. But that's just one thing. Everything else is just screwed up, from the level design. I mean, what is this? And a lot of other stuff that I will never finish talking about here. But seriously, I hate classic Sonic in Forces. Every aspect of it. I just hate it so much, and it's easily the worst part of the game, in my opinion at least. Okay, now that we got gameplay out of the way, I can get a little bit positive here. The soundtrack here is really good. Every playable character has its own style, with the modern stages going for a rock direction with some kind of synth, which really gives it an identity. I mean, you can't tell me this ain't Sonic Forces music. It's really easy to notice, and I really like that. I can say that I absolutely love every single modern track, to be honest. Take a look at some of these. So yeah, they really cooked with the music in modern stages. What about the Avatar though? The Avatar took an entirely different style by using EDM, a style kinda new to Sonic games, and it fits really well, and some of these tracks are actually amazing. So yeah, I'm really happy with this direction, especially after seeing what they've done with Sonic Frontiers cyberspace music, and I can see EDM working for Sonic moving forward. But what about the vocal tracks? I know people will get mad at me for saying this, but I actually like the main theme, Fist Bump. It's really catchy. The lyrics might be a little bit cheesy, but I don't know, I got used to it.
Together we can show the world what we can do. You are next to me and I'm next to you. Push me on through until the battle's won. No one's gonna give something to us. Into each other we put our trust. Standing united after the fight.
So yeah, it is really good. Oh dang. Did they have to go this hard on this one? But yeah, the first time I heard Infinite's theme I was like, what the? The lyrics also go so hard here, referencing Sonic's past antagonists like Chaos and Zavok, and it's actually showing what Infinite could have been if it wasn't for the stupid writing. Other than that, you have the orchestral music, mostly used for the menus, and it's so amazing. Some of these just send me flying. They did a really good job with the music here. Okay, are we done being positive? Good. Classic Sonic music suck. Look, I will not compare it with Mania cause Sonic fans hate comparing stuff. Okay, now tell me why. Why? The music here tries its best to sound like a Genesis era music, and it ends up sounding like a freaking malfunctioning Game Boy, and it's literal pain to my ears. The only track I can listen to without the urge to quit the game is Death Egg. And that's really unfortunate, to be honest, considering the game's soundtrack is truly great outside of those ones. At last, I don't think Sonic Forces is a bad game at all. Sure, almost all this video was me hating on some aspects, but still, I appreciate the game for how it was. And it was fun. It wasn't perfect, no, far from that, but I don't think it deserves all the hate it got, to be honest. The music is from Sonic Forces, so it's bad. This model is from Sonic Forces, so it's bad. And no, this is not true at all. The highest rating I can give Sonic Forces is 6 out of 10. It's an overall enjoyable experience. Not bad, but not great either. Phew, that was all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I had fun looking through all what I liked and disliked about the game and sharing it with you here. So if you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. It means the world to me. This was Hazel from Hazelnuts. See y'all next time.